Hello, this is David Morning, and I will be giving you my presentation on Module 6, Capstone's project. The activity I chose to do a presentation on is called Measure Yourself. Just an overview of this activity. This is an online activity that students first measure the parts of their bodies in centimeters, and then electronically submit that data of their measurements online. Students can then compare the lengths of their body parts to equivalent body parts of other animals. So for example, you can see one of the areas that students will see online. They can compare their ears to the lengths of, for example, maybe a bat's ear or a giraffe's ear, or hopefully not an elephant ear, because that would be very large. How this aligns with STEM practices: it allows students to make meaningful links between the viewpoints and real-life concepts. Students come at the beginning of the year, and I teach third grade, and students in third grade make some drastic changes with how tall they are. So instead of just hearing the students, "Oh my goodness, you're getting so tall this year," now they can actually make those real-life connections. Students can compare their body parts to those of other animals throughout the world. It promotes a teacher's ability to facilitate some classroom discussions about the links they are finding between their body parts and the animal body parts. And it also provides some links with some mathematic concepts, with those science concepts, to help deepen a student's learning. How this adheres to the tenets of inquiry. This activity is pretty teacher-directed. It allows for lots of self-discovery. There are very little materials needed for this activity. All you need is a computer and a centimeter ruler or a tape measure. The learner in this activity independently examines other resources to help form links to their explanations. And as I said earlier, they are making real-world connections. So for this activity, you can see I did this activity on my own with a tape measure. I measured my ear, my foot, and my height. And then I go to this website, and I input my measurements. So my ear was 7 centimeters, my foot was 26 centimeters, and my height was 179 centimeters. And then I click the submit button. And you can kind of see where I am lined up. So on my piece of paper, I wrote down the two animals that my measurements are in between. So my ears are in between grizzly bear and a bobcat, my feet are in between a hippo and a grizzly bear, and my height is in between the deer and the sea lion. So going back to my PowerPoint, you can see how I would require my students to add that into their chart. And then for just further research, the students could also explore this website. There's lots of other great resources about learning more and learning more about your body. So they can measure themselves in nanometers, how many times they can blink in a minute. So still focusing on the student's body. And these activities are more student-directed rather than teacher-directed because they can do it on their own. So I hope that you enjoyed my presentation on my Capstone project. I really enjoyed this semester and all the activities we got to do, and I hope you did as well. Thanks.